going on, Jerome's Raw, Real, Rant, and this is kind of fun. And I sports radio dying? I don't think it is. I think podcasts are taking over. But just remember back in the day, like when sports talk radio meant something, it was good, man. All right, but Rant topic of the day, topic du jour. That sounds good. I'll have that. The Vikings offense. Right now, I know that we Minnesotans and we Vikings fans, we can't expect good things to happen to us. And I know we're mostly a Protestant state, but I feel like we have that Catholic guilt where everything we do is wrong and we're being punished for it, which is actually kind of fits. But it's okay to believe in this team, and notably this offense. And I know that all the national media jabroni haircuts, all of the writers with an agenda, Aaron Rodgers, needs to come in and save the day. Now, but J.J. McCarthy's never taken a snap in the National Football League. So neither did Jaden Daniels. How'd that turn out? Or, hey, where do people think quarterbacks come from? The stork? Right? They just plop in as a rookie with 5 years of experience? Nah, it's ridiculous. And as we've outlined before, this is the best situation for a first-year starting quarterback in NFL history. And I'm not even being hyperbolic about that. That is legitimately true. Think about it. Generally, if you're a highly drafted quarterback, you're going to a bad team. A bad team. But what the Vikings have done between this year and last year, fixing up the offensive line, Ryan Kelly, Will Fries in for Garrett Bradbury, and Ed Ingram. Ed Ingram basically traded for Jordan Mason. I still can't get over that. I love it. And the fact that Kevin O'Connell, Wes Phillips, Josh is still here, pretty damn amazing. Right? And McCown, I could have sworn McCown is going to get a big-time job somewhere else. Doesn't matter. But all of the brain power, everything that was good for Darnold last year is good for J.J. McCarthy, plus an enhanced O-line and running game. And that's going to matter, right? So, again, it's okay to believe in this team, and it's okay to believe in this offense. Because think about last year. Obviously 14-3 would it be, and Sam Darnold having a career, getting himself paid, a.k.a. Seattle's quarterback. And he did that with a sort of whatever running game. And also a pretty deficient offensive line, especially after Darisaw went down with injury against the Rams. Even with all that, the Vikings were still a top 10 offense. They're 9th in points with 425. They're 12th in total yards at 58.98. They were still a top 10 unit. And guess what? Here's the thing. The Vikings are going to be so much better this year. I know that's crazy to say. I know that it's almost heresy to believe in the Vikings. But guess what? This offense is going to be cooking with gas. And J.J. McCarthy, he's almost irrelevant in this spot. Now, obviously he's not, but he almost is. Because McCarthy doesn't have to come out and be Jaden Daniels. Like, he doesn't. Jaden Daniels carried that offense on his back. Jaden Daniels had one of the best rookie seasons for a quarterback in league history. Respect. But J.J. McCarthy doesn't have to do that. Because JJ's supporting cast is significantly better than Jaden Daniels. And McCarthy, like, he understands how to manage. I don't want to say manage, right? Because that's a knock against him. Oh, he's just a game manager for Michigan. But he can set his ego aside. He doesn't have to play hero ball. He doesn't have to feel like he has to score 50 points a game to win, although the Vikings very much might just do that. Operate within the offense, listen to McCown and Phillips, and especially Kevin O'Connell, and just let the good times roll. And McCarthy is predisposed to do that. And also, when they ask you to make a big-time play on some of those meaty downs, yes, McCarthy has done that too. But beyond all that, like I said, Vikings offense last year, top 10, with Sam Darnold, a.k.a. Seattle's quarterback. But now, greatly improved across the board, which is saying a lot. First off, you're getting Darrisaw back from injury. Maybe a little bit slow out of the gates 2025, but we'll be back and better than ever. And, Blake Brandel was good with Darrisaw there. He was bad without him. So it's almost like you're improving multiple positions. And also Ryan Kelly in for Bradbury at center. Will Fries in for Ed Ingram and Dalton Reisner at right guard. Brian O'Neill at the height of his powers right now. So on paper, on purpose, even before the draft, and even this is talking about this O-line without taking into account, hey, maybe the Vikings add Gray Zabel. Maybe they trade down, add Donovan Jackson. Maybe they add Tate Ratledge at the end of day 2. This offensive line right now is top 5 on paper. It just is, right? And one of the deficiencies for the Vikings over the last 3 years of the Kevin O'Connell regime has been their inability to run the ball consistently. They were 24th, 26th, and 24th in yards per carry. And it's just frustrating, especially in the red zone, especially in short yardage, 3rd, 4th down situations. They couldn't consistently get a push up front. They couldn't run the ball. And this offensive line overhaul will certainly help that. Also will help that is the addition of Jordan Mason. Getting him from the 49ers, 2-year extension. And Jordan Mason is power personified. He will punch you in the face, one cut and go. Can run gap. He's going to add a lot of strength and attitude inside. And in addition to that, making it so Aaron Jones doesn't have to be the workhorse is going to be beneficial to him. Because Aaron Jones has always been in a carry split throughout his NFL career until last year. The Vikings made him running back 1. But he's going to be 31 in December. And having Jones reducing his snaps, reducing the wear, reducing the physical punishment, and also accentuating what he's good at, pass protection, 3rd down, receiving, everything's coming up Milhouse. The receiving core, Addison's going to have his suspension, but he's proven that he's one of the better wide receiver 2s in the league. Justin Jefferson's obviously him. Speedy Naylor, when asked to fill in last year for Addison, was great. Career high in touchdowns, receptions with 6. Rondale Moore, if and when he's healthy, adds a very unique, fun, gadgety element to this offense. And Hawkinson's out to prove himself this year. Oliver's in the contract year as of right meow. And this is all before the draft, by the way. The Vikings, even though they don't have a ton of draft picks, they can still add significant talent to this offense. But right now, you would be hard-pressed to say that the Vikings won't be a top 5 offense. And for my money, I think that they'll be the best in the league, right? Because you look at, all right, so top 5 teams in scoring last year, the Lions, the Bills, the Ravens, the Bucks, as well as the Commies, right? So props to Jane Daniels just completely carrying that Washington team on his back. The Buccaneers, you have Bucky Irving, as well as Baker doing some great things. Lamar doing the damn thing for the Ravens. Josh Allen, Superman. Just freaking Superman, man. Also, Dalvin Cook's brother, James Cook, who's, ironically, James Cook's middle name is Dalvin. And Dalvin's middle name is James. I love that little piece of trivia. And the Lions are going to be lost without Ben Johnson, right? And I know that Lions fans think it's going to be business as usual. Ben Johnson's a huge loss. Aaron Glenn might be a larger loss. So that brain drain and that roster getting a little bit older and that cap space getting a little bit more snug, it's not going to be good, man. It's no bueno. And again, this isn't some sort of illogical leap. The Vikings were 9th in points last year. So seeing them jump into the top 5, maybe even the top of the mountain, it's not the craziest thing in the world. Because Kevin O'Connell, he's not a dummy. He wants to run the ball. The reason why he gets into this pass, one-sided game script, it's because the team couldn't run the ball. Blame it on the running backs, blame it on Kevin O'Connell and his play calling, blame it on the O-line, blame it on everyone. It's all the above. But now, that offensive line is fixed. Jordan Mason, the hammer. Aaron Jones, fresher. You have Kevin O'Connell with a quarterback who was the best rookie play-action quarterback coming into the draft last year. And that's going to be his game. And you saw it in training camp. The moment's not too big for J.J. McCarthy. And he's going to get all the first-team reps in OTAs, mandatory minicamp, training camp. And every single day, every single way, he's going to be going up against Brian Flores as number ones. The most complicated scheme disguising, bringing that heat after that ass defense. J.J. McCarthy gets to go up against that every single day. Iron sharpens iron. So it is okay to think, ooh, baby, baby. This Vikings offense is going to put up a lot of points. This Vikings offense is going to score quickly. This Vikings offense is going to do the damn thing. And guess what? If and when the Vikings offense puts up points, all of a sudden, the game script, the opposing team kind of has to throw. Abandon the run game. And then guess what? Gernard, Diamond Dallas Turner, Andrew Van Ginkel, Jonathan Allen, Javon Hargrave, rookie TBD, going to start bringing the heat. Bring that heat. I love it, man. One hand washes the other, but again, as a Vikings fan, as a Minnesotan, it's okay to say that you want good things. And it's okay to say the Vikings will have one of the best offenses in the league, if not the best. And that's not hyperbolic. That's just being logical. Everything is set up for the Vikings to have a very, very special year, especially on offense. What's the record for points in a season? Doesn't matter. We'll break it. Got this. Anyways, that's it. Raw rant on this beautiful Thursday. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skol? I guess there is production value.